and I hit that, and it said upgrade to Pandora 1, and I thought, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I listen to Pandora throughout our house, and it's worth it. I think it's like $35 or something. So I went to upgrade to Pandora 1, and you create these little custom skins for the little players on all your screens, and there's some cool features, and there's no commercials if you upgrade. So I went ahead and did it. But then I went to log in and use it, and it wouldn't work. And I was going to their website trying to figure out how to troubleshoot, and of course it had all these, it just was frustrating. I wanted an answer quick. So I turned to Twitter. I go to Twitter, and I just went to at Pandora. They've got a Twitter page, and a Twitter account, and I contacted someone there, explained my problem. Literally within an hour, we found out what the problem was. And the problem was I had created the Pandora 1 upgrade on my daughter's account instead of mine. So it was totally my mistake. But it was just interesting to see how companies are listening using social media tools and responding with great customer service. And I think if you are a small business or a large business, I think this is somewhere that we all need to look at. Are we listening for people talking about us or asking for help in our niche without them necessarily contacting at your name, your business name? And I think that, I have to shout out to Pandora, Comcast, and another company, Samsung. I have my Nexus S phone and had an issue with the first one that I got. And I also got help through Samsung on Twitter. So 3 companies, I think, really doing social right and helping customers. And the takeaway for me is, as a business owner, are we listening not just for our name, but for people asking for help in areas that we should be able to jump in?
Yeah, that's a really good point. So you actually got tech support on Twitter from Samsung.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and it's actually they have a Twitter account set up for Samsung. It's called Samsung Galaxy S.
Yeah, I have a gripe with those
people. Galaxy Tab and their Nexus S phone.
And I have a gripe with Samsung and the Galaxy S. We have the Samsung Captivate from AT&T. That's my wife's phone, which was supposed to be on Android 2.2 6 months ago. Still not there.
Still not.
Yeah, ripoff.
Go to their Twitter account. Ask them what's up.
Yeah,
what gives? Super helpful.
Yeah, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I will try that because Android 2.2 really makes a difference. 2.1 doesn't have all the features and functionality.
Right.
But I'm holding out for the Android Motorola Bionic. Have you seen that phone?
I have, and it's like I have to stop looking at them because there's so many cool phones.
Yeah.
But I do love this phone. It's a slight curve to it, so the picture quality's great.
Yep.
It just...
Well, it's got that great AMOLED screen, which is just so sharp.
Yeah.
So that is your Samsung?
Yeah, this is it.
So are you running 2.1? 2.2?
It is. It's actually gingerbread.
So how'd you get that?
It's only on this phone.
Interesting.
Yeah. Special.
Yeah,
Special.
Tell me about it.
That's, I think, again, and to kind of the tech support thing, when I contacted Samsung's Twitter account, they were troubleshooting with me. We couldn't fix it, and so she elevated me to a level 3 tech call. She gave me a special number that I didn't have to go through tech support 1. It immediately elevated it, and they said, send in your phone. We're sending you we got a new one that day. And it was really easy. It was just so simple. A lot of times now companies send you to their FAQ page and you're trying to search for answers online and you just get frustrated. You're going, I just need somebody to make this easy. And I find social media to be a really interesting way right now that companies can stand out and wow.
They can. And the good thing is all of a sudden they become very accessible. You can reach people you'd never be able to reach without that. And many times, like for example, I go to some of the vendor sites and I ask, what's your name? Because they'll have something like Wirecast or whatever. Then they tell you what their name is. Now you know another person.
That's
and you can get a little more personal with the person and establish a relationship, if you will. And that takes you further along in whatever you're doing as far as business goes. And that's really good. We met through Twitter.
Yeah,
you and I met through Twitter. You and I met through, I think, through Terrence, who was on Twitter.
On Twitter.
In fact, he and I are doing the next show. I'll plug the next show. Terrence Wing and I are going to be on eLearn Chat in about another hour or so. So, yeah, this is fun. This is all through Twitter. Gina, you
Yeah.
just disappeared.
Did I disappear?
Yep, you're.
Oh, you disappeared on my Skype screen.
Oh, this isn't good. Your Skype session went away. Hold on.
I still see I still see myself.
That is weird. There you go. That was strange.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. That was really
Okay.
weird. That's
Huh.
never happened before.
That's weird.
I suspect somebody may have sent a Skype chat over and it swapped the screens out.
Oh,
Nasty.
you know what? I did see a chat come over the line, over the screen. So
Nasty. Well, we're not looking at Skype chat while we're on this.
no.
So.
But Terrence is making a good point too in the chat room of Best Buy is another one using Twitter, and they have their whole 12th force at Best Buy. So I think it's really a way that we need to, big companies are doing it and they have the resources. But smaller businesses can also, and as consumers, we can do it too.
That is true. Uh-oh, I hear that music coming on again. I think it's time for us to switch to another section.
Shiny objects.
So here we are with shiny objects.
Shiny objects, my favorite. I was actually trying to figure out a way to do a sound boost using if I was recording someone on a voice recorder on my cellular device, on my phone or mobile device, whether you're using an iPad, because you can also do some great podcasting using your iPad, voice recorder apps. On any of the smartphones, there's voice recorder apps. So find first a great voice recorder app and download a free one, test it out. But then when you're talking and you're wanting to do an interview, you're relying on the microphone on your phone to pick up the sound. Well, what I did is I went to Amazon and found a great shiny object, and it is a mic that it really is just a tie lavalier clip-on that you can clip on your shirt, and then it plugs into the earpiece on your phone or your iPad, and it boosts the sound for interviews. So I really like that one, and I got it for $10 on Amazon.
Do you want to
So
move that slowly into the camera? So people can...
it's Olympus. It's an Olympus ME15, and it's just a little clip-on mic, and I loved it. And when I ordered this one, as I was there and Amazon recommended another product, I also grabbed for $10 this Olympus TP7. What this one does, you can plug this into your earpiece on your phone. You can call someone, and it will record both sides of the conversation, so you can do an audio recording, a podcast over the phone.
And that's a lot cheaper than having to spend a fortune. We bought an Innkeeper something or other from a fairly large company to record phone conversations. It didn't work very well. We got so much digital noise, it's just sitting in a box, $500 down the tubes. And that thing was how much?
$10.
$10.
Shiny object for $10. And it's just cool because you can, again, you can use any device and not have to be at your desk, sitting in your office doing this recording. Maybe you have an expert that you want to interview for a podcast, and you don't want to have to get home, get on Skype, download a recording, figure out how to do all that. Plug this in. Easy. I love that.
She
She
just saved you $500.
Exactly.
That is a good deal.
Yeah, it's a really good deal. And if anything breaks, I always have to show. There's always pink duct tape.
Yeah, that's a great shiny object, and
that's my only
I actually have that same. Not to be surprising, I like microphones. I have that little cheap Olympus mic, and it's what? It doesn't sound badly at all.
No. Now, I also have the flip camera, and the newest flip camera has a jack that you can plug in that same clip-on microphone. So only the new flip cameras, they finally came out with one that you can plug in at a mic. So that's helpful.
Now, why would you buy a flip over using your cell phone, for example, like your Samsung?
I don't know, because they're cute. Look at all the designs. You can get cool designs on them.
They are cute. Do you find the video quality better on those?
It really is great quality. And I can, take a bunch of, I can be out and about and take a bunch of video and then bring them home and edit them with screenshots and add things in, which I guess I can do with my phone as well, but the quality is better on the flip camera. The HD is really nice.
No, that's great.
Yeah. So I'm always carrying those around. But, there's some fun shiny objects. And if you have any shiny objects that you think we all need to know about, make sure you send them our way. I'll get those out.
Yeah, send us all your shiny objects. We'll keep them too, but send them to us.
Right. Now, someone asked, Larry asked if these mics are iPhone compatible. Yes, they plug into the earphone jack. So any device that has an earphone jack, it is compatible.
Yeah, and if you want to spend a little bit more money, you can get the camera adapter kit for, well, actually, that's really for the iPad, but you can get adapters and mics for the iPhone. We could do that for another segment. There's some great little mics. Blue makes a mic for the iPhone, and about 4 or 5 other vendors do as well, which are really good quality. These mics are anywhere from $20 to about $50. They'll give you a pretty good sound on an iPhone.
Which is great. Yeah, and then the iPad, coming out with these little camera adapters, or you could just wait.
Yeah.
And get the new iPad that's coming out.
True. They haven't announced it yet, have they?
No. Just right now, rumors. People keep saying they saw it. They saw one, someone with one, and they saw somebody from TechCrunch. It's like no one has pictures of one in the wild.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I love my iPad, but I am looking forward to that Motorola Zoom, which I think just came out.
I've been seeing a lot of their ads. Yeah, it
Yeah,
looks really
it looks
cool.
good. It looks good.
Yeah. So, yeah, but those are our shiny objects. Check. Done with that segment.
And now we're going to talk apps on the map. Now, we had actually, Gina went to the trouble of getting me links to some of these, but I had a little bit of a problem getting them up on Wirecast this morning. Just kind of ran out of time. I was gone all last week, and Gina was busy all last week, so we didn't have as much time to prep as we wanted for the show, but next week will be a lot better. Trust me.
A lot better.
So anyway, you have a couple of apps. You were talking about business cards.
Now I have a couple apps that I love. Now, on the iPad or iPhone, and as a matter of fact, Android, I couldn't find this one yet, but I'm sure it'll be on the Android market, called Sign and Send. There's several times, especially during tax time, I get clients that say, I need a W-9 sent over, and I need to sign it. Usually I either have to print it out, sign it, and then fax it back. But there is an app, if you have a document, a PDF that you need to sign and send somewhere, there's an app called Sign and Send. And it allows you to, let me go in front of the giant microphone here. It allows you to open up your document in the app, and then you sign the screen with your finger, and it saves it as a PDF, and it sends it back. Really cool, very helpful business app, because I get a lot of things that just need a signature, and sometimes I would just do a JPEG of my signature and put that in, or some other, but now even on the road I can open the document in my app, and it is iPhone and iPad compatible, and I find that really helpful. I think it was $5.99 for that app. So that was my favorite business app. I have so many apps on my computer that, on my iPad, that it's crazy. But
Yeah.
I have to tell you, my favorite fun app lately, because of all the snow we're getting here, and even those of you on the East Coast, Southeast, I know Larry's got snowed in, you might want to take a look at this app. It is our fireplace app. You can bring a fire with you everywhere you go. The cool thing is, it even has sound effects. You have the real sound of fire crackling. So yesterday I was just playing around with this and had it going while I was doing work here in my office. Had my own little fire right there next to the screen. And that was, all it needs now is the smell.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, did you know that they have a new device and they're testing it in some online gaming, and you plug in the device and it's kind of like one of these home fragrance. You plug it in and then it has different scents that are sent out. Maybe it's cookies or whatever. The video gaming companies are playing around with this so that when you're playing a war game, perhaps, and you're going through the swamp, it's connected to your computer and it sends out scents that tie in with the scene of the game. And I thought this was really interesting because I thought, how much longer before we can go to a website and click on things and smell them?
I'm not sure I like that.